Well, Sutherland was a globalist. I think his biography is called The Globalist.
That's right.
And that's true. And I think he saw the benefits of globalization. He wasn't so keen on the negative side of globalization. And the globalization that he didn't approve of was coming close to the immigration issue. He didn't believe that the culture should be swamped by an alien culture. Now, I haven't given a great deal of thought to that, but there's something in it. If you read, the book, I've read it umpteen times, he wrote How Europe Lost Itself, and secondly...
Douglas Murray?
Not Murray, nobody that will be of that. Douglas Murray.
Douglas Murray?
I think so.
He's a young guy, Englishman.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The death of Europe.
The Death of Europe.
The Strange Death of Europe, I think.
And The Strange Death of Europe, but that later book was more interesting.
The Madness of Crowds.
The Madness of Crowd, that's it. But I'm losing it if I'm forgetting books I became violently enthusiastic about. But Sutherland never answered his questions. Because Sutherland basically was a doer rather than a thinker. He used thought, obviously, and he thought well, but he wasn't a theoretician. He was all for changing things or getting things done better in that way. And he saw globalization attaining a great deal for poorer countries. And he was all for that. And he was all for the values of democracy. Now, immigration today, in one sense, it brings out a certain selfishness in people. Not in my own backyard, let other people have immigration by the millions, but not here. But I think there is something about it being managed properly. You see, the states have made an awful mess of things insofar as destroyed the communitarian aspect of the states I see because it wasn't managed well. Because I'm all for legal immigration, and I know lots of people in the States who went down the legal immigration way, and it cost them a good deal to do that. But now they're quite put out when they see people getting special privilege for what? For defying the law and getting privileges for being illegal immigrants. And when they would say they're being sponsored by one of the two political parties. Now, if that's true or not is another matter, of course. But Peter, in many ways, he was a man of his age, and he represented the positive side of his age, of generosity, liberality. He was a great man for saying that he was a liberal, and that I think he more or less described his father at the father's funeral as being an unconscious liberal. So I don't think I've answered that very well.
No, you've given us a few nuggets for sure.